Myself, Aman Prashad Gupta, and I'm AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate, and I have also good knowledge of networking, how to design, implement, and configure the router and switches in a network topology. So this video is for anyone who is preparing for CCNA certification and want to practice the how to configure router and switches and basically how to design and implement. So this video is for you, so watch it till the end. And if this video gets too long, then we will divide it into two or three. So let's take a scenario that you are a network engineer and one of your client comes to you and says that, hey, I'm opening a new office in XYZ location, and he also says that will you design and implement the network topology from a new office in XYZ location. So you can see this in the Cisco packet traces software. I have depicted the same scenario here. You can see that the first department is finance department and the second one is the sales department. We have taken only two department as of now, and we have only attached the two hosts as of now for the sake of simplicity. So, and you can also see that we have taken the IP version 4, the range of IP version 4 address 10.10.0.0/16 and IP version 6 2020 DB8 FE18/48 from the internet IP providers. So let's start by configuring the finance department first. So let's go to the router R1 and let's configure it. So what we will do that we will go to the CLI and then we to the enable prompt, then to the global configuration mode. Then this router R1 is connected to the switch 1 with the interface 0/0 gigabit ethernet 0/0/1. So we will go to that interface. So we will assign the IP address to that interface. IP address 10.10.1.1. Say we have allocated the first IP address in the subnet 0 no shut. Okay, duplex auto speed auto. Okay, now you can see that the link between the R1 and the switch 1 has gone up. The green signal means the link between them is up. And let also assign the IP address for this switch to the switch 1 for the management purpose. Only one IP address. We will again go to the enable prompt, then global configuration mode, then interface VLAN 1, and we will assign the IP address, say so second IP address of the subnet 10.10.1.2, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0/24, and no shut. And you can see that the command has prompted the change the status of the interface VLAN 1 has changed to up. So this is done, and we will not assign the IP address manually to the host, because in Office you are going to have a lots of number of hosts, so it's not possible to go manually and assign them the IP address. So what we will use is that the DHCP server. So we will enable that configuration here, DHCP. So this host will request an IP address from the DHCP server. So we can also attach the external DHCP server here, but since there is only two interface available in this router, so it's not possible here. So what we can do that is that we can configure this router as a DHCP server, and the both will work the same. So let's start configure terminal and IP DHCP excluded address 10.10.1.1 to 10.10.1.10. This command basically means that the DHCP server will not assign the IP address from 10.10.1.1 to 10.10.1.10. So now we will create the DHCP pool, IP DHCP pool. Suppose we have given the name CCNA for the network 10.10.1.0 255.255.255.0, and the default gateway will be the router R1. The IP address is 10.1.1. Okay, now let's go to the host to see has it worked or not. Yes, we can see that the host has acquired the IP address successfully. DHCP request successful 10.10.1.12, and this has got 10.10.1.11. Yes, DHCP request successful. Okay, now let's go to the router R2 and we will configure for the link between R1 and R2. enable from configure terminal T interface. Interface, this is connected to interface 0 slash gigabit ethernet 0 slash 0 slash 0 to the R1. So we will go to the interface and IP address. Let we assign the IP address is 10.10.2.2.255.255.255.0, and let's change the state to up, and duplex auto, speed auto for the same configuration both side. Okay, R1 R2 is configured. Now let us configure the R1. Configure terminal D. We will go to the interface gigabit ethernet 0 slash 0 slash 0 and IP address 10.10.2.1 this time 255.255.255.0, and we also change the state to up, and duplex auto and speed auto. Now you can see that the link between the R1 and R2 has gone up. The green signal means the link is up, and if you want to check the connectivity, so you can ping R2 by 10.10.2.2. Yes, it got success rate is 80%, 4 out of 5. So the link between R1 and R2 is configured. Now let's configure the link between R2 and R3. So the R2 is connected with R3 with the interface gigabit ethernet 0 slash 0 slash 1. So we will go to that interface and we'll assign the IP address to that interface. So this is the subnet is 10.10.3.0 slash 24. So we will assign the IP address according to that subnet to 255.255.255.0, and no shut, and duplex auto, speed auto, speed auto. Okay, now let us configure the R3. We will go to interface 0 slash 0 slash 1, sorry, IP address 10.10.3.1 255.255.255.0, and no shut to change the state of the interface to up, and duplex auto and speed auto. Okay, now let's check the connectivity between R1 R2 and R3. So we'll ping R2 10.10.3.2. I think it should success. Oh, sorry, I have entered the wrong IP address. It's not 10.10.3.3, it's 10.10.3.2. Now it should work. Yes, the link is working. Now let us go to the R3 for the link between R3 and R4. Go to global configuration mode and to the interface 0 slash 0 slash 0 and IP address 10.10.4.1. Let's say 4.1, and no shut, and duplex auto, speed auto. Okay, this side configuration done. Let's configure the R4 and enable global configuration interface 0 slash 0 slash 0 IP address 10.10.4.0, I think 2.255.255.2 if I have not done any mistake. Yes, the link has gone up. The duplex auto, speed auto. Let us check the connectivity. 10.10.4.1. I hope it should succeed. Yes, it succeeds, and if I do it again, then the success rate is 100%. So the link between the R3 and R4 is pretty good and working fine. So this is all for this part of the video, and we will continue further in the next part in next video. So thanks for thanks for being a silent audience for this video. Okay, thank you.